Mafalda and I built a PWM, or pulse width modulation controller, to control the colors in an RGB LED. Pulse width modulation is a type of controller that spends part of the time high or on and part of the time low or off. And it's defined by a duty cycle, which is the ratio between the amount of time spent high and the amount of time spent low.
In this circuit, we use diodes. Diodes are semiconductors that rely on the movement of electrons. Current is only able to flow one way through the diodes. LEDs are light-emitting diodes in that there's a higher jump for electrons, allowing the photons to be released and produce light.
So in our circuit, the diodes are facing opposite directions, allowing current to flow through in opposite ways. Over here by the capacitor, we are producing a triangle wave. So on one way, when the triangle wave is going up, it flows through the diode. And then this potentiometer controls the amount of resistance, so it controls the amount of time it spends high in this case and low in this case, allowing us to control the duty cycle and control the amount of time spent high or low independent of each other. The triangle wave is then converted to a square wave with our modified hysteretic oscillator.
Our third potentiometer allows us to control the maximum and minimum output voltages. For our RGB LED, we had the red pin had a maximum input voltage of 2 volts, while the green and the blue pins had a maximum input voltage of 3 volts.
Now we will show you the LED change in color and the square wave produced by the modified hysteretic oscillator.
How bright or dim an LED appears depends on its duty cycle. So we use cathode LEDs, which means that they release light when the input voltage is positive. So when we set a longer period of time where the voltage is high as compared to when it is low, the LED will appear brighter because when it is low, the LED is off. If you increase the amount of time it spends low, it will appear dimmer. This is because the LED flashes too quickly for our eyes to be able to detect it. So if it flashes less frequently, it simply appears dimmer rather than it is off more time.
So it's good.
No, really,